Hello, YouTube. Welcome to Pixelmon. Yeah, that's right. I decided to go with the version of Pixelmon instead of Cobblemon. Even though, honestly speaking, Cobblemon does have some very good looking Pokemon that actually look like they belong in Minecraft, like originally. But unfortunately, the offerings of what is actually in the game is kind of light. I mean, don't get me wrong, there is quite a bit more than I had actually originally thought, apparently. Something that I didn't actually show you guys was apparently the Shipwreck Cove thing, which is basically a little dungeon that they made where, well, it's more about fighting monsters than actually battling Pokemon, unfortunately. So, don't get me wrong, a fun little thing they added into the game, but obviously, if you're playing a mod that includes Pokemon, well, it should have a focus on the Pokemon. That's why I'm choosing Pixelmon. With trainers being in the game and gyms being in the game, not to mention those little dojo things, it goes without saying that, yeah, we're going to be having some fun. Now, what are we going to call the world? And I am just going to call it, I'll just call it Pixel World. Just because. We're not going to change any of the settings at all, but I will make it large biomes. Large biomes, because I really like the large biomes one. Yeah, sure, it means that we have to walk further in case of, getting to a different biome, but it also means it gives us more opportunities for villages to spawn with gyms in them. So it's better. We're not going to change any of this. I will show you what the game rules normally are if you want to go and play along yourself. I'll also show you the seed because obviously, and I'll also have the seed in the description of the video because obviously, and not doing any experiments, not doing any extra data packs. We're just keeping things pretty simple, uniform, all that jazz. So, let's make the world. Yep, fan made. And I am going to choose, I'm going to choose my normal Mudkip. Okay, and yeah, like I thought, nothing's really changed. We are in a village, actually on top of a village. And there's already a boss. That's weird, because my test map also had a Golurk show up literally right next to me in that other one. Odd as all heck. Okay, let's get on down, preferably without hurting ourselves too much. Now, this is something that I didn't show you in the comparison, but both this and the other mod have items that you can find just by, finding them in the world. And this one was a quick ball, which is actually amazing. Now, another reason why I chose this one above the other one is mostly this. You can get a whole lot of stuff. The other one also has stuff that you can just grab, but this one, there's a lot, and I mean a lot of extra stuff that you can get. It really kickstarts your journey if you want to. I mean, not entirely, because they took out all the balls, but you can at least not worry. You don't have to worry about food at the very least. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go and we are going to we are going to go and just snag everything. A Mareep, well, shouldn't have any thunder moves. Gosh dang it, stop with the... There. Gosh darn thing. Okay, let's really quickly heal our Pokemon. If we can get past the Golurk. Cool, we were able to heal up our Pokemon. Thank you. Get this all stuff moved aside, and yeah, as you can see, you can get a lot of stuff really quickly. Come on, hit it. Yes, well done. Alrighty. Whew. And we're going to run on over to this Pokestop and get all the items from it, too. Oh, looks like some water's filling the place up. Come on, let me grab. There we go, thank you. Okay. Yep, take all this stuff. Alright, perfect. So, we now have... Don't need that. Don't need that. That, on the other hand, I certainly do need. Mudkip, the chosen one. Okay. Awesome. Level 2 Zigzagoon? I'm sure we can handle it. Oh, especially since we got Rock Smash. Yeah, we definitely can handle it. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, yeah, we might be able to handle it with Tackle, but no. No, since we unlocked Rock Smash, yeah, we definitely could handle it. Okay, let's just quickly finish looting the... Yeah, quickly finish looting the rest of the village. And then we will, of course, have a little think about what we might want to do with ourselves. Yep, heal up our Pokemon. Thank you. Okay, grab the Oranberry that's here. And I'm not going to get rid of it just yet, because I would rather make sure that I can actually go and grow more Oranberries if I can help it. Actually, you know what? Oop, wrong one. Oh. Never mind. Well then, hang on. I'll just put that one back then. Okay. I'll just plant you right there. Okay, and what do we have here? Well, first and foremost, I know it's a Smoliv over here. Perfect. And if I remember correctly, yes, they are indeed grass normal type. Ah, another normal type. Okay, cool. So, now I'm sure you're all wondering, Alan, what is your game plan? Well, oh hey, cool. This is one of those, This is one of those max raid dens I was talking about last episode. I mean, during the comparison. Okay, so, I'm sure you're all wondering, Alan, what are you planning on doing? Well, simple. First, I'm catching this Pidgey. I better be able to catch Pidgey. It's a dang quick ball. There, I was gonna say, it's a quick ball. That should be a guaranteed catch on anything. Anyways, I'm sure you're all wondering, Alan, how are you gonna build your team? And to that I have to say, I think I'm actually gonna go and challenge myself again. I think I'm going to do the same thing I did with my comparison video, where I'm going to limit myself to only water and flying type Pokemon. Now, don't get me wrong, I recognize that that might not be too smart of an idea. That there might be, you know, a very, very, very bad case of doing that, since, you know, ground types could really mess up my day. But then again, well, you know, I can keep that there actually. Oh, neato. And I'm going to take these out because, honestly speaking, I can just put them in there. There. Okay, and we got ourselves a nice little church here. Now, I showed you a ruined one. However, this is a functional one. Now, I'm pretty sure there's nothing really different about this, save for the fact that there's those items over there, which I believe you can collect by just breaking them. But I'm not going to until I double check myself, just to be on the safe side, because obviously I don't want to lose those things. And in the back here, I don't think there's a legendary no, there's not a legendary Pokemon. Just making sure there's no secrets. I'm pretty sure this is just, as far as the town is concerned, just a town graveyard. Though I'm sure that there are Pokemon that specifically come to graveyards, so if we wanted to, we could catch something like that, but that's neither here nor there. So let us check our map and see if there's anything nearby of any interest, and I see to the northeast there is indeed something interesting, a ruined nether portal. So that is probably where we're going to be heading eventually, but for right now we need a base of operations. And as much as I was originally thinking, you know what, let's take over this church, I think that would be kind of rude. So instead, we're going to go and chop down a couple of these trees on the outskirts. And we're just going to go and build ourselves a house real quick. It's not going to be anything too super fancy. Just something to basically get us started. Obviously, I like to build a base and then, well, expand out. Obviously, you know, this game, like I said, has more of a focus on exploration than, you know, staying in one place. Case in point, a life orb. Oh my goodness. Yes, that is actually extremely incredible. Alright, so that's just showing you right there that exploring is extremely important in this mod. Settling down and having a single place you go back to, yeah, sure, that's a good idea, but you definitely want to be running around and scouring every inch of this world, because if you don't, there's a very real chance that you're going to miss out on a lot of good stuff. Alright, and Rattata. Well, we'll just switch on over to blues and take a little bit of a hit, but then we will rock smash right back and completely destroy you, because that's how we do things. Oh, hey. Already dropped some stuff, huh? Oh, works. Come on. There. Okay, let's go grab that tree over there for a little bit more wood. Do 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 do. You know, if I was smart, where'd those? I'd catch one of these Zubats actually. Ah, gosh dang it. You do have to be careful when you're tossing around the Pokeballs. Well, hey, there's the other one. Oh, it's a level 2 as well. Hey. Ah, dang it. Well, caught that thing, though. Now I have to try to figure out how to get that Pokeball, which I'm probably not going to. Yeah, that's what happens when you're just willy-nilly throwing stuff around. You gotta be careful about that. But now we got a Zubat, which means our team is starting to be formed more officially. That being said... Oh, hey. Yep, we almost forgot that. Good news is that even if your Pokeball does go and smash apart, it'll usually just be in its constitutional parts, so you should be fine. You just gotta be careful and actually, you know, go and get the parts back. All of the parts. Okay, but yeah, now we will go and grab these. Alrighty. There we go. And I should probably go and check to grab the items from up here. Yeah. And over here as well, because obviously it would be a bad idea not to replant the trees. Okay. And that's everything, so I'll just replant the tree back. Then go back up over to that other big tree, replant that one. Eesh. Looks like there's a giant cavern underneath of us. Oh well. There. Okay, now we got 2 extra trees. Obviously, I'm just gonna plant them willy-nilly over here. And now for our place. I am going to do it, you know what? Over here by the water sure as heck ain't gonna hurt my feelings none. Alright, bring it on! And holy hell, this Zubat already knew Poison Fang? Huh, I didn't think it got that till way later. Well, I'm not going to say boo-hoo to that. Okay, let's toss that out. Turn these into planks. Turn that into a crafting table. Put the crafting table right here. Grab a pickaxe. Make a large chest. Oop. And then put said chest over here. And then dump everything on in here. everything on in there. The only things we're not dumping in there is our wood and our sticks, as well as our Pokeballs and our bread. That's the only thing that's not going in there right now. Alrighty, and now we are going to go, and we are going to go get our damn Pokeball back. I already was going to have to get over here somehow anyways. And I'm pretty sure I'm just going to go and... Yeah, it's still over there. Good. I'm going to dig until I get over to that water. I better eat. Of course, shifting to make sure that we don't accidentally fall through the floor in case we accidentally open it up without looking. Yep. Okay. Not quite enough. But that's fine. We can just keep hugging the wall. Besides, I needed some cobblestone for the... I need some cobblestone for our furnace anyways. Okay, looks like we're getting there. Okay, and now I can just jump down there. But here's the thing. If I jump down there right now, how am I getting out? That's the problem. Nope, hey. Rare sentry. Yeah, no, we ain't going over there because that thing, at the very least, I'm going to guess it's probably going to be in the 30s? Maybe 20s. Maybe it'll be only in the 20s. But seeing as how my average level is, 5? Maybe 4? Yeah, 4 would probably be a good middling point. Yeah, no, I guarantee you that that ain't happening. So yeah, we're just gonna waltz all over. Oop, there we go. I hit my head. So, okay. Let's see here. We can easily open this on up and have the water bring me on down here. Did I wait too long? I waited just barely too long. Dang it. Oh well. Oh well. I'm not super sad about that. I mean, a little bit, yes. Definitely a little bit. But it's fine. This place is going to be a good place to find a whole bunch of resources we're going to need anyways. So I'm only slightly sad that we missed out on getting our stuff back. So, well, we will go and we will continue collecting all of this stuff. Because obviously coal is going to be useful to start off with. I will say there are a few other things that I kind of missed out on my comparison video, mostly because I wasn't thinking about it at the time. But those things that I missed out on was... There we go. Okay. Was the fact that torches in this mod don't light up your surroundings. Now, I'm sure you're all like, well, yeah, obviously. I mean, Minecraft didn't exactly have that either for quite a while. And I'm like, yeah, you're right there, but the other mod does have that, unfortunately. So, yeah, if we had actually been... If the Cobblemon had a slightly more... If Cobblemon had a little bit more, we would have been able to have our area lit up with torches. While we were holding them, I mean. But, well. Let us just go and make ourselves some sticks, because we are going to need them anyways. Grab them. Grab that. Okay. Toss these down here so I can actually see what we've got in here. Once again, second verse, same as the first. Alrighty. And we got aluminum, which we're going to need if we're going to make our more of these sports balls, unfortunately. Chihuahua, there's a lot of stuff down here, though. Okay, well, I see a small of. Now we switch on over to blues, also known as Mudkip. And there we go. Alrighty, and our Zubat has gone from level 2 to now level 4. Oh. Hey there, buddy. Welcome to the team. Okay, and where I came in from was up there, so if I say go this route, I should be able to get back up there, right? Yeah, I think so. Oops. Well. That's fine. I'll just make the tools I was planning on making before. Okay, first an axe. Then the picky axe. And then this shovel. Okay. There you are. Hey. There we go. Alrighty. And now we're just going to open this up a little bit more so I don't have to hug the wall as well. That way I can hug the wall as hard as I want. And be safe. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I hit my head on the ceiling. Oh well, this is just a straight drop into the water, so we'll be fine. See? Oh, hey. Max Raid Den is open. Well, we are nowhere near ready to actually try to take one of those on, so we'll just leave it alone for now. Oh, Fido. Hey, stop moving. I'm fairly certain that you're a poison type. Yep, I mean, fairy type, so, yeah. Alrighty. Well, good news, bad news. Good news, we got the cobblestone that I was going to be needing anyways. Bad news, we weren't able to get our Pokeball. Good news, we were able to find a Magikarp, which, you know, I'm sure we were all really worried that I wasn't going to find a Magikarp. I mean, we all know how really difficult it is to find these things. Oh. And there. Okay. So, yeah. That is that. We toss all the stuff we don't need into there. I'll keep that in my inventory just for peace of mind. And yeah. Let's make another stone pickaxe. Alrighty. So, we are still in need of a house. And unfortunately, none of our trees here have grown, so I am just going to run up this mountain, and I'm going to chop down that tree. Right after I murder the Smoliv. With my Zubat. Okay. And one more thing that I'm very, that is slightly better for this game than the other mod is you can get resources from Pokemon. Always get resources from Pokemon. At the end of every Pokemon battle, you're going to get some resource. Not just experience. In the other one, you don't. It's not a guarantee that you'll get something. And how strong are you? Not very strong. Okay, cool. Then we switch on over to Zubat. We do Poison Fang, and yeah. Yeah, that's how things are going to have to go. We're going to be basically fighting... Okay. Well, let us go and chop down more trees. And no. Half considered taking down the Miltank, but then I realized it's a fucking Miltank. Those things tend to be a little bit stronger than you actually think they are. As people who fight Whitneys can attest. Though, honestly, funny enough, I've heard a lot of people always talk about how they had problems with Whitney's Miltank. Me, I never really honestly did. And it's not because I did the trade, though. I did obviously do the trade for, you know, the Machamp. The Machop, sorry. The Machop. But even when I didn't, because, well, I never really had anybody to trade with in my youth. So I never really got into the whole trading Pokemon. Once I realized a Pokemon evolved through trading, they stopped being anywhere close to interesting for me to grab. In fact, I normally never even got any trading Pokemon at a certain point just because, well, I simply couldn't go and trade them, so why bother? Which kind of sucks because there are a few Pokemon that I do actually like the looks of that are traded Pokemon. In fact, so much so that I actually, not too long ago, but for Sword and Shield, when it first came out, I actually did do a little bit of in-game trading to get a Scizor. I had my Scyther wear a metal coat, and I used basically a Discord channel to get a hold of somebody to help me evolve my Scyther into a Scizor, because I wanted a Scizor. Aha. I was wondering why it looked like there was going to be another one. Okay, now you should start dissolving. So long as there isn't another one. Yeah, you're dissolving. Cool. Okay. And I'll run over here and make sure that this one is dissolving. It is. Good. I shall put you back there. Grab you before I run on over to the other one, and of course replant that one too. A lot of work, I know, and I know that I really don't have to. I don't know how rare these things are, but I'm grabbing it irregardless. I have no idea how rare a Zoror are, but I'm grabbing it irregardless. Yes, I know that I said that I was going to be doing the same kind of challenge for myself last time in the other place, in the other, for my comparison videos. But even in my comparison videos, when I showed you my PC, yeah, I even kind of Zoroarked that one too. We'll switch on over to the Pidgey. Good work. Okay. That is that. Carnava. Okay. Whew. Alright. Drop off the stuff we don't need. And now we can begin actually... Yes, that's right, Cat. We can begin going and marking out our base. Like that. Go right here. And go right there. Okay. Okay. And that will be that. Nom 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 nom. Alright, so we are going to toss down a layer of cobblestone to break it up. I know I don't have to, but I just like breaking it up. Ooh, but we are going to have some problems. Okay, never mind. I thought we weren't going to have enough cobblestone to actually do the bottom. I mean, technically we don't if I was going to do it for the entire inside too, but no, I'm not going to. We're going to just use normal wood planks. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to use normal wood planks for the entirety of it, but I am going to use them for now. Actually, you know what? Let's not do that quite yet. Yeah, actually, you know what? I am going to go and... Okay, do that. Come over here. Grab 2 chests. Alright, now I can begin shuffling them on over. And I'm sure a few of you new people who didn't watch the comparison video might be wondering why I'm so blasé about the nighttime. If you played Minecraft, you know nighttime is usually extremely dangerous. Well, I got good news for you. It isn't. Not in this mod, anyways. In this mod, it's actually extremely safe. in this mod, you have absolutely no need to worry about anything when it comes to the nighttime, the darkness, anything like that. You won't have to worry about anything, relatively speaking. Oh, apparently they aren't as rare as I thought. Okay, well, live and learn. Oh. Let's just take those out of my inventory slot. Yeah, I hear you, Rat Tatas. Yeah, don't worry. I hear you guys. Alrighty, and there. Ground is done. Of course, we aren't anywhere close to being actually done, but that is a good area that helps us out. Now, we have to figure out how do we want to do the walls. Well, honestly speaking, I was originally thinking maybe we'll just do a little bit of we'll just use oak planks again. But honestly, maybe some polished andesite or granite might not be too bad. So I'm just going to go back into the mine and see if I can't find a whole bunch of that. And we are not going to go and try that out. No, sorry. That thing is nowhere near... Oh, hey, hey, oh, whoa, wait, oh, wait, hey, whoa. Alan, you're forgetting something very important. And the very important thing that I'm forgetting is the fact that I have no way of getting back up without destroying my entire gosh dang pillar of dirt again. Unless, of course, I be somewhat smart and I actually make some ladders. 9? Are those going to be enough? I don't think they will. Yeah, we'll go with 12. We'll see if 12 is going to be good enough. Yeah, but some of these trainer names are just hilarious. Twinkle Toes is my favorite, actually. But a very close second is Captain Blockbeard. But that's over in Cobblemon. Honestly, the names... No, wait, no, sorry. No. That is in this one, sorry. Captain Blockbeard is the other second favorite that I did. Second favorite, because just hilarious names all around. Okay, and, well, since we got this far, I could probably do one right here, couldn't I? Yes, I can. Cool. Oop, got caught underneath the granite. Alrighty. Let's see here. We got... Aha! We do have some dolomite. I was kind of hoping for some dolomite instead, actually. This looks a little bit dangerous. Let's see if we can't get some dolomite that's actually safer. Because I might not die from monsters, but you don't need to die from monsters. There's plenty of ways to die in this game, and 9 out of 10 times, the reason you die isn't because of monsters, it's because of your own stupid choices. Okay. Okay, Is that already displayed? Jeez, I didn't think we were that close. But then again, we might be. Oh well. How do we want to do this to get this stuff? Well, honestly, we could just let it drop and then try to jump down there ourselves. Or we could just not be a complete idiot and just Yeah, just take the very large amounts of dolomite that's all around the place. Like, say, this gigantic wall right here, you know? Could maybe just go and start grabbing some of this. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Maybe. Maybe. We'll have to see how it goes. Not sure if it's a game plan that will actually pan out. I don't know. It might be a bit dangerous. I am thinking about maybe grabbing some andesite to go along with it, though. Actually, you know what? I might. I really actually might. Of course, the andesite has to be on top. Has to be with gravel, doesn't it? Okay. Okay, and yeah, we are going to have... Oh, we've already got a full stack of dolomite. Nice. Perfect, even. Oh, shoot. I might just cut this part out, because this is going to be kind of boring of me just collecting like 2 or 3 stacks of this stuff. Yeah, I'll cut this out. I'll see you guys after I've collected like 2 or 3 stacks of this stuff. Alrighty. Got about 3 stacks of... Ooh. Should be careful around that. Got 3 stacks of dolomite, and I've even got a stack and a little bit more of andesite. So now we should be good to get our house all built up and looking at least somewhat pretty. I'm not sure how pretty I'll be able to actually make it look with just these 2, but we're gonna give it a shot. First I thought of just using pure dolomite, but I figured a little bit of an accent of the gray andesite would be a decent idea. I am saying it right, yes, okay, good. Yeah. Well, maybe I'm not saying the white block correctly, but I call it dolomite. Even if I'm wrong, sorry about that. I'm not a rock guy. I don't know much about the rocks. Well, if I did fall down there, I'd be fine. So why don't we just head on into here and see what's in here. Well, there's a little bit of iron. I'm not going to say no to some iron. Alrighty, yeah. Okay. And I'm sure you're wondering what... Aha, cool. I'm sure you're wondering what those things are, and those are Dawnstone shards. Only problem is you need a iron pickaxe to actually collect them. Otherwise, you're just going to break them. Same goes for the bauxite. You need an iron pick in order to get them too, otherwise you're just going to break them. Obviously, I don't want to break them, because the aluminum is actually the higher tier of base for your Pokeballs. You need aluminum to make the really good Pokeballs, like the Quick Balls and the Ultra Balls. So yeah, better to be on the safe side and not accidentally break them. Waste not, want not, and all that jazz. Alrighty. A lot of iron that I just missed on my initial entrance into this place. And of course we're going to need something to smelt said iron down. Some sort of fuel. And don't try this in real life. If you put a torch near some coal, it's more often not going to explode right in front of your face. Or at least cause some damage, as far as I've been led to believe. Of course, like I said, not a rock guy, so for all I know, coal could be totally cool around fire. I'm not going to risk it, though. Nope. Holy shit. Nice little vein. I wasn't expecting it to be this big. Ooh, that was a good one. Alright, let's get on home. And magic carp. Hey, okay. I thought I saw some emeralds. I was going to be like, hey, now you're speaking my language. But no, it was just more Dawnstone shards. Okay, well, we get on out. We will go and light up the entrance just for funds. Like I said, there's no monsters, so you don't have to actually go and light the place up if you don't want to. Okay. Whew. Actually, let's drop the gravel and that and that. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. So first, let's toss that in there and then get the iron smelting. And then we will, of course, get our diorite, or whatever it's called, all polished up. Same with the andesite. Alrighty, and there we go. Take those out of my hand. Common. I want to, but it would be incredibly stupid. Especially with my Pokemon still injured. I really should go and get them healed. Okay. And we don't have any... No, we don't have any logs because I, of course, transformed them all into planks. Alright. That's fine. It really is fine. I'm going to accent the... Should I just do that up all the way? Yeah, well... How would it look if I switched it out? Oh, that wouldn't look actually too terribly bad. I don't think. Door's gonna be right here, I think, right? 3. Yeah, door's gonna be right here. So if I wanted to make sure, get it right. Oop. Alrighty. Yeah. I don't think that'll look too terribly bad. In case you're wondering, on top of the white diorite, we're going to put windows. So we're also going to need a whole bunch of sand. Which, it is what it is. But, okay. Let's go and heal up our Pokemon. And then we'll go and grab some more logs. Yep, heal up my Pokemon. And while we're here, we might as well drop off the Zorua because obviously it's not a water or a water or a flying type. So, Elijah, what you doing in there? Yeah, no, we ain't fighting you. I just want to know what the heck you were doing. But if you want to be an a-hole and try to fight me, when all I wanted to know was what was up, you know, that's on you, I guess. Are there any big blocks of hay that I could just snag real quick? Let's see here. Nope, doesn't look like it. Oh well, that sucks. I mean, we got plenty of other food. It's just, if I go with the quickie bread, I would. But, oh well. It's not like I'm all that worried about it. I've got plenty of food in my chest right now. Okay, right. We were going the wrong direction. Because I see a giant tree over there. And I know it's not something cool and a part of an aesthetic like, you know, those ones over there by the church. Well, there's one right here that I can steal too. Help out the town by clearing out a little bit of a tree. Then run over here to, yeah, this giant one over here. Dang. I thought it looked pretty big, but I underestimated how big it was. And I underestimated how much food I'm going to need. Hang on. That was why I was running back home. I was going to go get food. Then I forgot halfway through. Ah, well. It's fine. These guys are more than willing to let me borrow some food. Thanks, dude. Nothing better than a raw carrot. Satisfy your cravings. Okay, let's get on over here. Get ourselves our wood. Yep, you can see the ruined nether portal over there. We'll get to it eventually. Okay. Is that everything? Hang on, let's make sure that there's no... Okay, yeah, it's dissolving. Okay. Good. Just had to make sure that the dang thing wasn't going to be a floating bunch of leaves. Alright. And 28 should do it, I think. That'll give us 7 blocks to work with for each corner. And honestly speaking, I guarantee you it's not going to be 7 blocks tall. I guarantee you I'm not going to let it be 7 blocks tall. It should be dissolving though. Okay, what's going down? Did I miss one? Is there actually one in there? Sure hope there's not. Oh, well, I'll just break into here and make sure that there isn't one. There is. Okay, that did it. I saw a couple of them starting to break down, yeah. Now they're starting to break down. Okay, good. Good. Now it's starting to break down. There. Okay. Oh, hey. We got pumpkins over there. I should probably go over there and grab those. Actually, I'm gonna. I don't need anything else from this. Well, I might just swing back around to grab whatever drops, I suppose. Do 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 do. Whoop. Alrighty, 3 pumpkins should be more than enough. Yeah, should be more than enough. Alrighty, now we'll swing back around there. Grab whatever we need to grab. Oh, holy crud. Oh, my. Well, that's neat. That really is neat. Hey, Jorlin, you doing alright there, bud? Oh, hey, you're a trader. Well, shit, I'll keep you in mind. Now, is there still one in there? Because this thing really should have fallen by now. Yep, there is another one in there. Gosh dang, come on. Knock it off. Well, let's just make sure that there isn't another one in here somewhere. It doesn't look like there is. It looks like it's disappearing pretty dang quickly. Yeah. Okay, good. Good. Whew. Okay. Well, I'm just going to plant another tree over here. There. And we'll call it there. I don't need any more of them. Alrighty. Well, now we will get back to our home site. After, of course, we make a quick pit stop over to the Oranberry. And there. Now we have an Oranberry. Speaking of held items, that is actually something that I might not have explained too well. The other mod, the Cobblemon, the berries are used up. However, in the test map that I was messing about with, the Oran berries that I attached to my Pokemon didn't disappear. Now, I don't know if that was just because it was glitched out a little bit or what, but yeah. The Oran berries, the berries in this game might not actually disappear when they're used up. They might still just be a part of the Pokemon. So that's another key difference between Cobblemon and this Pixelmon. There we go. Okay. And yes, we're gonna need one more layer. There we go, and there we go. Okay. And that should be the... Well, honestly speaking, I think one more. Well, nah, that should do it, actually. Yeah. That'll do it. Oops. There we go. There. Or would it look better like so? I think it actually would. Alright, and now doors. And there we go. As well as there. There. Not bad, not bad. Alrighty, well, not super fantastic or amazing or anything, you know, truly groundbreaking, but it's certainly not bad. There. Nice open floor plan. And I think, should I just make the roof out of... Yeah, I can make the roof out of... I'll do my standard, what I like to do. Alrighty, there. Now we're just ready to go get the glass, which of course the roof is going to be, well, glass. Basically let in a little bit of open sunlight and such like that. Really nice stuff, you know. And now we have these converted into oak planks, which is nice. Toss the rest of this polished stuff in here. Don't really need to take it with me. And now we'll go get some sand, which I just so happen to spy a decent amount over here. Most likely we're probably going to need a full stack. So I'll once again see you guys once I get a full stack. Okay, a little bit more than a stack, but that'll be fine. And we've got a crud ton of iron now, which is good. It means that we can actually make some iron tools. And we're going to need them. Alrighty, that should do that actually. Now we just wait. Of course, while we're waiting, we can do a little bit of management. Actually, there we go. Now I'm sure you're wondering, Alan, why did you make a whole bunch of iron bases? And the answer is actually pretty simple. I'm pretty sure, I know for a fact Pokeballs need iron bases. And I'm fairly certain heal balls are the same way. As for Great Balls, I'm pretty sure those use silver. Sports balls we know use aluminum, or sorry, silver. Get this stuff over here. Okay, we got 12 of these. Perfect. That'll be enough to actually start with this. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Do 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 do. Alrighty. We've got most of the windows made. Now we just need to wait for the last little batch. Alright, this should do it, I think. Yes, it will. As long as I don't be stupid and misclick. Alright, and now the rest of this should go and just be up here. Which, obviously, we're going to need quite a bit for up here. But that will be fine. We will be able to do just fine. Of course, I do have something that I do like to do. And that is to come on up here and put torches on the corners up here. Yeah, mobs don't spawn, but I do like the glow from up here into my base. Alrighty, well, I think we might just go and run on down into the mines again. While we let the glass smelt up. That way, well, maybe we won't quite just do that. Maybe we'll switch on over to yeah, way to go, Zubat. There we go. Actually, that's something that yeah, that brings up an interesting point here. Yes. And yeah, okay. That brings up an interesting point here. We need to rename these guys. Of course, my Mudkip is going to be called Blues. My Pidgey is going to be called Ace. Zubat is going to be called Zoo. And of course, my Magikarp is going to be called Kira. Now, in case you guys are curious as to why those names are that way, Ace is honestly what I've always called every Pidgey since I was a little kid. I've been playing Pokemon since Red and Blue, and I've always caught Pidgeys. I'm sure there are people out there who are going to argue that Furo is the better Pokemon, and I'm not going to argue. You guys can believe whatever you want to believe. I just like Pidgeys a little bit more. And I've always called them Ace if it's a boy, and AC if it's a girl. And honestly speaking, the only reason I started calling the girls AC is because I just felt weird about calling them Ace. I don't know why, but at this point I just keep up the tradition at this point. Zoo, though, is kind of a recent name. I didn't always like Zubats. I know this is going to be a shocker to you, you know, not Gen 1 not liking Zubats, but, you know. Yeah, but recently, especially ever since the, well, fairy type was introduced, I've had a relatively better opinion of Zubats. Especially after they, you know, started being able to learn Poison Fang by level up. Especially that, actually. So, obviously, yeah, needless to say, Zubats became a good member of my team. And, well, I just started calling him Zoo. I just like the name, and at this point, it's, once again, tradition. Honestly, same with Kira, though that one was the red Gyarados from the Johto games. That one I called Kira just because, well, I was I am a nerd who was watching Death Note, and obviously Gyarados is a pretty good Pokemon. And, you know, it would wreck pretty much all my opponents. So, yeah, I started calling it Cura for fun, and like I said, name stuck. And I always named my starter Blues. That is, like I said, tradition at this point. Okay. What I really would like, though, is to find a Mareep. Actually, I'd prefer to find several Mareeps if I could. Because while we don't need to sleep, sleeping heals your Pokemon. And since we're on the topic of... Oh, hey, Ponyta. Apparently that's what's in here. Do I want to give it a shot with Blues? It's a 3-star, so no, it probably isn't going to work out. Yeah. No, if it was a 1-star, I'd consider it. But no. Since it's a 3-star, most likely, yeah. Not going to be a good time, so I'm not going to. Alrighty. We got ourselves a small... Oh, hey. Didn't even notice. Well, Smoliv, come here. Alrighty. And, yeah, we still need to try to find a... And we'll go with Astonish. Take all that stuff. Anyways, like I was saying, another comparison that I might not have made in the comparison video is that in this game, if you sleep in a bed, your Pokemon will be completely fully healed, just like in, you know, the normal Pokemon games. However, in Cobblemon, at least in the single-player mode, I don't know if they changed it for multiplayer, but yeah, for single-player mode, your Pokemon won't actually be fully healed. Their PP will be fully restored, sure, but they won't be fully healed. Hey, quit following me. I'm trying to kill this Smoliv. There we go. Alright, now it can be your turn. There. Okay. Now we switch on over to Ace. There we go. And we got all the... Nice. Toss all this stuff in here. Okay. Good. Now we got all the wool we need for bed. And the bed we are going to put right here. There. Perfect. And we've got more than enough glass. There. With that, our house is officially done. Alrighty. Excellent. So, now with that being said and done, we are going to want to actually go grab a crud ton of stone. Oop. And we are going to need to go and heal our Pokemon. And since we're going to go heal our Pokemon anyways, we might as well swing by the Oranberries and grab enough for the whole team. Okay. We'll be fine. Okay, so toss one on each of them, and should I take the life orb? You'll be fine. Okay, Rostberry cures burn. Raspberry doesn't do anything. Ooh. That's cherry berry. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna probably need a few of these if we're gonna be attacked by electric types. Okay. Kelpsie berry lowers attack, increases happiness. Cures poison. That's Pecha berry though. Oh well. This one doesn't do jack diddly. Rendo. Reduces the effect of a super effective grass move. Okay, yep. We're definitely gonna want all of these. But we don't have all of them. We didn't grab these ones over here. Strawberry doesn't do anything. Lower speed increases happiness. Okay. We did grab those. Alright. But I'm pretty sure, yes, there's another group of berries over this way. Let's just grab these ones. Pretty sure I've already got this one. Yep, already grabbed that one. Okay. All of them were already grabbed. Okay. Okay, so we've got everything that this city can give us in terms of berries. So now we should start working on actually improving our Pokemon's levels a little bit. Wrong one. Actually, what is... Oh, that's just daycare menu. And that's that. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna head on home. Drop all of our stuff off. Huh. Oh, that's going to be a gigantic cave, I bet, down there. A huge cliff face. Anyways, we're going to drop off our stuff, then we're going to head on over to the Ruined Nether Portal, see what that thing has for us. And then, honestly, we're probably going to start doing some training. Yeah. I think I'll keep the orange berries with me. Yeah, I think I'll keep the orange berries with me just in case my Pokemon get injured. Though we are going to take a quick nap just so everybody can heal up. One thing I am going to do first and foremost, though, is I'm going to plant one of them right here next to my house. Don't get me wrong, we got that one over there, but, well, let's not be too... Let's not count completely on it. I'm also going to go and expand these sugarcane here. Because I would very much like to have plenty of sugarcane. Alright, let's start making our way over. Fighting a few Pokemon as we go. And yeah, as you can see, Ace used its Oran Berry, but the Oran Berry is still there. So yeah. You need far less Oran Berries, well, berries at all, for healing your Pokemon. Because if they're holding a berry to heal themselves, they'll heal themselves without having to worry too super much about it. Ooh. Hey. Well, let's not be too... Let's not get too deep into that over there. Right now, at least. Switch on over to blues. You're gonna need that. Yeah, if you didn't growl... Yep, there we go. And what are you doing over here, dude? You're being a fish out of water? There we go. Sorry, Smolives, but you guys are just way too fun to... You guys are just way too easy to bully for Zoo. Alrighty, Lulu. Switch on over to you. And, of course, we'll go with Rock Throw. Why wouldn't I? Though I am going to switch out the Life Orb with the Oran Berry. Sorry to have to say, but it's showing itself to be a little bit too dangerous. At least for the time being, till we get our Pokemon in the upper 20s. I'm going to focus on survivability above, well, that. Truth be told, I'd rather wait till our mid-30s to actually go and stop worrying about survivability. Though, honestly speaking, that's mostly because by the time we reach our mid-30s, Ace will be completely, will be completely evolved, and I'll be able to fly on him, sorry. I was thinking of AC. I mean, of Zoo. Okay. Cool. We got plenty of stuff, but I will be taking you with me. Sorry I have to tell you this, but I'm taking you with me. I'm also taking a couple of you magma blocks with me, too. And some netherrack, too, just because. There we go. If I had made a bucket like I should have, I really should have, honestly. I would have taken some lava, too. This thing is big enough. This thing has enough here to actually make it, doesn't it? Let's see. We don't need corners. Yeah, I think we got enough obsidian right here to actually rebuild this portal. So that might be something we might look into later on. Ooh, silk touch hoe. That'll be useful. Curse of vanishing on the golden sword, though that's not very useful. Alrighty, well, since we came all the way over here, anything interesting on the map? And not entirely. Well, kind of actually. Actually, yes. Let's go see what's over here. Just because I can. Like I said, this game is all about exploration. Running off to go and check something that looks somewhat interesting is actually something you really should be doing. Because, well, you saw that little thing right behind the Max Raid Den. That thing was just a raised bit of soil. Alrighty. Looks like it wasn't anything... Yeah, wasn't anything super interesting. Just a bit of... It just looked weird on the map, apparently. And this is probably yet another weird thing. Oh, but that is something that I need to do. Yeah, I completely forgot about apricots. We're going to need them. And I just so happened to spot one right over here. A green one. Okay. Well, let's head on over. And what do we got here? Yep. Big old open area. Kind of figured that's what was going to be on the map. Just a big old slab of area. Oh, hey. There's another ruined portal right over there. Well, we might as well go grab that too while we're over here. I mean, we're going to have to apparently wait for these to grow anyways. So, yeah, sure, let's head on over there, I guess. Oh, and is that a deserty area? Sure looks that way. We got an uncommon corefish. That is undoubtedly over 20, level 20. Over level 20, most likely. Alrighty, is that desert or is that just beach? It could be just pure old beach. Okay. And like before, I'll take the chest. Yeah. Yeah, this is ocean. Sweet. So, I'm gonna have to come back over here to grab my... Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back over here to grab... Yeah. Nice little island I could put a future gym on top of if I wanted to. But yeah, I'm gonna have to shoot. I might have to move over this way. Another apricot tree. Let's go see if that one is actually grown. Oh. And that is a building, ruined building over there. Okay, well, let's get going. Do 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 do. I will say the one of the few bad things about this mod is there's no backpacks, no extra inventories for yourself. And are you kidding me? Not grown yet? Dude, come on. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'll go and see what this weird looking thing over here is, and then I'll be back. Yeah, the way I found to get around most of that is just to use a boat. Which is why I tend to, well, have my houses near big rivers and try to make stuff navigatable by, well, a boat. Okay, what do we got over here? Oh. Something on top of here. So we got to get up there somehow, which... I thought I had dirt. I apparently did not bring any with me. This looks like a shrine of some sort. This is Selby's shrine. Or, at least... yeah, kind of looks like Celeby's shrine, to be honest. Oh, you are so lucky, Murkrow, that I don't have a Pokeball. Yeah, okay, well, we are just going to go and mark this place as... shrine. There we go. There. Now, if we get away, shrine. Okay, neat. Well, now we head back over to the... Now we head back over here, see if these are grown. If they're not, then we have a slight problem. But only a slight problem. because honestly speaking, we got plenty of other options. Oops. They were literally across the way, Alan. Why are you going away from them? Okay, cool. Done. Hey, get. All the good news is, at least I managed to grab one. Toss you guys on in there. Empty my inventory a little bit. Okay, well, as long as I've got one, that's good enough for now. I can just slowly grow them. Fisherman Allen. Not quite my name, but close enough, dude. Welcome to the team. Okay, we got yellows. Cool. And I see pink. I see pink. Yeah, I saw one was grown, so... Okay, we've got green, yellow, and pink. Cool. Oh, hey, fishing boat. Let us see here. Where is the... Yeah, those are just right in there. Just right in there. Ah, yep. I can see you right here. And you. Okay, I was about to say, I'll chop you down. Don't think I won't. Okay, and we've got more blue ones down there. Yeah, and fishing boat right over there. Huh, neat. Alrighty, so we've got all of them except for a red. I need a red one now. Yeah, because we got the yellows. We got the yellows. We just got the... We're going to go see the blues. That's green. That's yellow. Oh, no. Are there not any blue ones on in here? I mean, red ones on in here? That would be unfortunate if that was the case. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll just keep doing what we're doing. Head on over to the blue one. Though it does look like there isn't a way back into this one quite yet. I'm hoping that there is a river to the city. Because if there is, great. I won't need to go and actually move. But if there isn't, I might have to. Okay, I've got all of them except for red. I just need to find a red one now. Well, we're going to keep going along the coast here. And then we'll hopefully find a way back to our home. Back to our, back to this river delta. Worst comes worst, if there isn't, well, then we'll have to make the unfortunate decision to make several long journeys back home with our loot. HMS Pisces. A boat. And obviously a water bucket. I was looking for one of you. Neat. Yeah, this is the best thing that I could have hoped for because, yeah, plenty of watery stuff. Shell bells, the compass, which is actually pretty useless for me. Vending machine that you can actually buy some stuff without ever having to go and talk to anybody. Okay, and I kind of want to just, yeah, I think I'm going to actually put that on, well, I can put that on him later. But yeah, we have a lot of cool stuff now. Now we just need to get into the... Was I... No, there isn't. Oh, fridge. Yep. It doesn't have anything in it, but still neat all the same. Okay. That's how we could have gotten up there. Okay. Right, let go. Big pearl. Fishing rod, not quite the one that I was looking for, but it's fine. Well, not bad. Not a half bad haul. Not as great as I was hoping it was, but not bad. Don't see the fisherman though. Usually there's a boss fisherman on this on the ship, and that you could fight if you were so inclined. I am not. Okay. Check the map. Still not seeing anything particularly super great. Aha! Found a red one. Cool. Still not great that there's not a easy way through. But, oh, hey. There might be a path we can make. After all, this is Minecraft after all. Ha ha ha. Red. Perfect. Okay, so let us just do a little bit of forward scouting, and honestly, I think, yeah, I think I'm right. If we're able to get on over to this water right over here, it looks like, yeah, there's at the very least enough water to go through here. So, yeah, honestly, problem is actually digging through all this. Do I actually want to go and dig all the way through? Because it looks like there might be something a little bit further down. Well, let's go see. Worst comes worst, I'll be jump cutting to worst comes to worst. I jump cut the things so you don't have to see me working my tuchus off making the tunnel. Though obviously I would rather not have to make the tunnel if I don't have to. Whee! Alright, well, let's go see if I'm lucky. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. We'll be knowing soon enough. There is, just barely. Well, ooh la la. It'll have to be a very roundabout way, but we're going to find ourselves back home in no time, gentlemen. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, well, hang on. Let me get around. Let me get around here. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is not a gym, but this is, well, you know the Sword and Shield, Armor Dojo, whatever? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is one of the, towers that you need to go to in order to evolve your Kubfu into an Urshifu. And from the looks of things, I'm assuming this is the water one? Of course, I have no idea if I'm right about that or not. A lot of stuff, though. Focus band. Yep. Yep. I'm taking that. Taking the stick, too. Do I want to go up, or do I want to say, let's get home and drop off all of our stuff? I'm going to say, let's drop off all of our stuff. Though I am going to mark this. There. Alright, let's get on home. We've got way too much stuff to be... Whoa, whoa. Hang on. Oh, no. We're not going to be wearing that. Thank God it didn't have binding. Okay, how are we going down? Yes, we are going this way. And we are hoping to criminy that there is a way through over here. If not, it looks like there's just... Yeah. Yeah. There's just enough of a... Oh. No. Oh, I can make myself a new one real quick. Hang on. Whew. Okay. Okay. Alrighty, that should be a decently wide area to swim through. Okay, well, that should do it. Let's get on back. And we, of course, go and do our thing of getting this all settled. There we go. Okay. And there. Now it should be still a roundabout way back to our home. Yeah. Of course, mind you, we still don't know if this is actually a full way through or if I'm going to have to do some more digging again. But, well, we should be fine. Relatively speaking here, we should be fine. But before we do actually take on that tower, I do think it would be a good idea to at least get my Pokemon up to level 12. If for no other reason than to just have them be slightly stronger. Truth be told, I'd prefer to drag them up to level 20, but I don't think you guys want to be spending all your time watching me grind. Oh, hey. Another nether portal. We'll get it later. Yeah, we'll get it later. I literally don't have the space. I literally don't have the space. Yeah, that's one of the problems of... Yeah, that's one of the problems of... Oh, that is... Oh, sweet. I was just swimming along. Didn't even... Okay, cool. Works for me. Yeah, that's one of the slight problems of this game is... Since it focuses on exploration and has a lot of stuff, you're going to be finding yourself having to say, I'll come back for that later. Unfortunately, that's a thing you're going to have to get really used to saying. And actually believing. Really should have put my house on this side of the town. Oh well. Oh well, I'm not too worried. I'm sure if I went the other way, I'd find just as many interesting stuff too. Ooh, spooky. And we're back home. There. Okay. And now I think we're going to start. Yeah. I should really go and separate all this stuff. Yeah. I think we're gonna have to start actually separating this stuff into normal Minecraft stuff and Pixelmon stuff. In fact, I'm gonna have to do even more than just that. Okay, I'm gonna need, yeah. I'm probably going to need that many. Actually, that's probably not going to be enough. But, oh well, we'll go with that for now. And put all the foodstuffs in this one. Yeah. Put all the foodstuffs in this one. Then we'll put, pumpkins of foodstuff. Then we'll put all the rest of this stuff in here. Though just temporarily, honestly. Yeah. Okay. And this stuff can go and get fixed up. Oh hey, have several shell bells. Sweet. That's good for me. Yeah, I'm still going to need to go and actually sort this stuff, but I'll probably do that off camera because, well, it's not really interesting, I'm sure, to you guys to watch me do that. And honestly, I think this might have been a long enough episode. So, I'm going to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. Like I said, I think I might just go and... well, I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of sorting off camera. So, expect when when the next episode starts, to see a few more chests. Because I guarantee you, yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing some extra sorting because I don't like clutter, and this is already starting to look a bit cluttered. So, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, you know, do the whole YouTube thing. It really does help me out. And if you guys are liking this series, I do need to I did say I was going to show you guys the... Hang on. Trying to find what key bind it is to show you guys my seed. Well. No. No, not F5. F3. There we go, F3. Alrighty. Where is our C? Yes. Anyways, I will figure out the seed for you guys and let you guys know. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Do the whole YouTube thing, you know, helps me out. I'm trying to make this thing a full-time career, so really would help me out if you would subscribe. It's really just a click of the button for you. And hey, if you're liking listening to me play video games, I got a couple of more that I'm working on. Why don't you go check them out if you want to. But that'll be that. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and sayonara.